Momo na kwa ba from them short break and my guest what no form and there nkomodzi ne yerba bohwe most often but say na artist yi onye ne record label wonye dwuma bio ebetete munsaman yes wonye dwuma bio but then na ba be there abe bad blood be between the artist and the record label na yilikin na wo throw jobs for social media edwuma so de eya ekowanyim nde ye wa ha na resign na ekọ baby for in fact sometimes say when oya expert mpo wo kire de edwuma ewo mu no if you want to earn more don't stay at one place for too long it's not home no ewo edwuma krumu for some years na efim na ekọ another place the new place na ebokọ no you'd be able to renegotiate your salary and able to enya a better offer than where you previously were and then you keep moving but you can ensure that 1 year be if you adwuma mu also need to go against you tena ho kakra and sana but then when you come to our entertainment industry artists onye ne record label jay the worry you adwuma pay then it becomes a whole lot of problem some bitterness here and there some bickering here and there oya baze no record them inyamenyeme nyina ono na yerba bohwe wo inde discussion si mu na ma onyemere ba bedi dem nkomoyi oye ihankasa hen very own Eric Tosca Eric oye music researcher Eric Pocho mumu wakwaba
that's it
Mosima at no home no na am da say actually a good boy
say me a good boy
yeda nyame ase yeda nya kwada so video na ehu a wa so ehu bi ehu nkofo mba we inbox we be said send the video na
because yeah obiam and then na nipa wa ko be frame me can say that video the kwada so video you get up I see I'm going to me WhatsApp group mo as say me send the man and I'm go share group the man I'm for
them but I'm nkofo be 20 and my answer has been I don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
Okay, it's actually bad to share this stuff.
I don't have it. In fact, I wouldn't be comfortable sharing something like that. Yeah. Unfortunately, Mark can but today I have it, but I've decided.
Yeah, but they'll get it. I'm pretty sure they'll get it.
I'm sure they will get it. Yeah. I'm sure they will get it. I'm a mankasan mokoshishai because I wanted to speak to it. If not, I wouldn't go because Charlie.
What exactly do you wanted to speak to it?
It's not been a marker.
The disability act.
The disability in the why expose one disability? So I will be a tape or to them. We'll make sure that we're your boss. We're your boss. So when your boss, I won't forget. When your boss, I won't forget. I don't know. It's one venture matic. Eric.
Stava.
Oh. I don't mean to move outside. That's a star, but Abba. Edano na ye Helen I knew age not all from sister, but Miss Pedama greeted. My money means it. My guide my ride be opinion be the man. Minimum family next day.
Okay.
So for friend Abba. LASMID na Kaywa. One intimate. A lot of artists are far Kaywa Ninsema. When you know CCR, when you hold bill. And onye Kaywa side since onye LASMID, which the worry I think Mr. Drew so it has been some low key back and forth why there is some bad blood. And over the years, that is what seemed to be the issue with record labels and artists when the time comes for them to part ways. Oya no yabazi in your opinion, oyabazi no your cause them bitterness.
Bitterness after the breakaway.
After the breakaway.
I think it is the blame game starts here. That is when sometimes there's some form of ungratefulness. More often there's some form of ungratefulness. And because it doesn't end on a good note and when I cause it bitterness Senka party ways on a very good note. Say be I age 5 years. 5 years now so. Yeah, stand my stand. Omakasa, oma negotiate, we say, oh, you to me meet what we want to achieve, with the negotiation, So let's part ways. Normal party ways are more often you don't hear such things. An example is Link's name is V. On party ways, we didn't hear them say we are bad because we eat me. We are bad because we are coming. It happens, sometimes happen. We strong man or time also accordion free accordion. We didn't hear anything like that. It happens that way. But then because it always with Omwa news about say back waiting coming. It doesn't end on a good note on both sides.
Okay.
Usually it doesn't end on a good note on both sides. And then everyone wants to play defensive. Obi have so looking good in the public eyes no. Inti obi ba no abeka the side. Na back also abeka the side. And then sometimes we have the perception they say artists no a problem no. Generally that's the perception that we're outside no. It's always the artist that is a problem. Inti say artists be feelable move I beside the same poesy. Then assumption no is because there's a perception like that no. Near assuming say artist no and a critic and a or at fault or no creative BB anyway see internet you started blaming no yeah the tax it no so ungratefulness ungratefulness ne tag that started but yeah my share with me yeah my share until say bia artists is about no have kind of side me who say bia oh okay or any fault no sign a banner. But then more often is no about the artist in the fault.
No artist in the fault.
More often about the artist in the fault. The last minute Kiwa said no. This is not the first time Kiwa ne artist being. I think the first one was Yalbeck. With that one, Yalbeck was the one who came out first. Because na Kiwa entry tini Kiwa man that studio na bed bags I'm very saying improve car no then so Bekaya without when Kiwa point responded later I feel I beg and I come back I come patch up say I lied on Kiwa then because now Crophobia about Puccino with a deal. No free her. But now KYM process we need in terms of manenko. And then he felt says I don't maybe 5 for labor or so. He felt say Omodo do into a there will be a concentration for him.
Okay.
On that new labor no. And I'm going to processing your money in tentem. He had to find ways that will make you terminate his contract. And that way is also not go through. The new one is also go through. It did not at the end of the day, about back to square zero. They will say, okay, patcho. Patcho so this is not way too late because what destroy KW's reputation. What destroy Kaka and
Sema. Into Muson Sanon call back.
But betcha about the child crap.
There's no way I would want to work with you.
And then when it happens like that is when it makes the artist fun because KY is an OG. He's been in the industry for long, from the days of Kase KY to highly spiritual.
Hold on, Mam Wahomanum. We have a video where KY na Ori Church and some video no the credit goes to Oye Joy Prime, not KY or Church and some woman say Asama KY okay.
A conversation right now. But somebody like LASMID, after investing, wishing to take him to the next level, if I begin to talk about what the investment is, you would know that we really went deep, had a conversation with him, and then we had to move to our next level. Then suddenly, the conversation we had, we sealed. It was not written, but it was sealed with understanding, both of us, with evidence.
The guest needs water.
Suddenly, the narrative changes because now he's become big and he's been influenced by seeing people in our circle, you know.
Really?
Yeah, and so he decides that, listen, there's back and forth.
So his contract wasn't.
Well, you see, it's deeper. There was nothing like even a contract in the first place.
Oh.
We did 1 year. 1 year was over. Now we had to continue. What MTN gave him to me for 1 year. Okay, let me break down. MTN gave LASMID to me for 1 year with 40,000 Ghana cedis to produce 2 songs, 2 videos, promote 2 songs, 2 videos. Outrageous.
With 40,000.
40,000 cedis. Out. They know that every song we release, outrageous. I put in all.
Yeah.
After a year, now his time is over, and the most just why sad because it's over.
Yeah.
Now he wants to stay. I also want him to stay, but the young chaps in the industry feel that, listen, your focus is on this boy. He's not no more part of the label.
Yeah.
And your focus is on him. And I'm not only the person handling the label. Also.
Kaywa na eshani says or church nensam between Ono and LASMID. But then Eric, before you quick a voice, Ekada Kaywa is somebody who has been in the industry for a very long time.
Yeah.
He's saying earlier entertainment stories I may put na onye LASMID in contract. Na it was because he was handed over by a hitmaker for Ben. Later the lawyers involved didn't sound like they wanted a contract and all that. If ma wo ejumani matcher, I know how some new acts can behave. Na so on the side the funnel was suggested there they don't want a contract. But then amisono ma we ejumani matcher ni minim there. Sometimes it is necessary or it is always necessary to have some form of contractor. Some cordon Kaywa insist danka then what sign a contract.
Yeah, so at this point, Kaywa was a client to MTN.
Okay.
And last minute the first artist that Omodena Mano.
Okay.
We Kel Songs. I think it was the same thing because Kel Songs also won Hitmaker. Same as LASMID.
No, so we
feel but no under contract and sana. Okay. Intina the first year it was like Ejuma. Yaman Ejuma say MTN and Makewa Ejuma. 40,000. Nafa promote your boy no mind. So you produce 2 songs, you shoot 2 videos and promote it. And honestly 40,000 for this work and so one song cry 40,000 and so. For literally a new artist. And so like a rising artist 40,000 for one song cry so it's peanuts. It's peanuts. But yeah, into no so Ejuma no am faster. As in the guy didn't get his breakthrough. And that was when he felt like, okay, you still want to be around here. Okay, be there. Say studio there. Ejuma decided to when you are around them, they'll put you on. To try to let's see if things will work. And then they did Friday night. Phone was not ringing and it worked. And after it worked, I'll say after some time they requested for contract. Or no Kaywa put it before him. Say, oh, it's time. Say, be pen the paper bet to Ejuma so. And that was when LASMID started so or training or cousins say, I don't want this, I don't want that, I want this, I want that. And I was saying here, Kofa Niape Ebra. So they went back and forth, and then they decided they were like setting on something be signing. And it wasn't signed. Until almost signed, I don't catch any say. Almost signed, I catch any say. Okay, I'll go release the next one, which is running. The next single, which is running. With the video and everything. And you guys say, okay, you release the next single. What's the way forward? We have to sign. And then last week I said, oh, but send me lawyers and Okasa. And then the lawyers came in, and also who's the Nigerian lawyers. And Australian lawyers, a requesting that. It is literally
impossible.
So indirectly, they want to tell you it's a contract and then you sign.
But then, it's a hormone. No, wouldn't you blame Kaywa for it?
I won't.
Because
I won't.
I am on. After me, yeah, sign a contract beginning. Yes, no me winning some form of competition. All right, it didn't know or but like or hot to some level.
Yeah.
Not on tra baby. Yeah, Friday night. What be a massive hit. After that, now I may a Friday night now what be a massive hit. Amuko baby I mean with the yes, we're booming and you mean all boy sikareba. People are booking me for shows and all that. Na mo share amount or record na adena. So me feel it the CC no. Me level no. Baby we do no. Obeye wa ye. Inti no sa me manya smarter anhwa na awo no. Aye bibi mum na ame I'll be at the losing side. Inti no is it not rather your loss? You the producer, you the record label director, are you not the one who is at a loss? Because you signed, you took me in, yes, and ye a different entity, nana war contract. You've taken me in, and you man me ye, wa hit, we blow baby. See, Sala, I'm a status no. What hustle?
Yeah. Are
you not the one at a loss? You the record label.
Say juma, but then paper ni contract ni and the aim is for you to be bigger. And bigger and bigger and bigger. This
issue of not signing contract in the industry, don't we have to pay attention to it? Because recently, Nana McBrown na UTV for and Sansambe, Okorie himfa, they didn't sign any contract with her.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a contract with me, I can walk out at any time that I want. Yes. I'm not bound by any contract.
Yes. But then there's some there's a verbal ways so. Oh, verbal contract is why Brian Juma. I say Juma. We are putting into paper and make it official. That is the only way, you know. It's
Brian Juma, I'm saying, me, you are. It's an answer a verbal or a verbal termination.
Yes, but to share me, we nipa. You have a friend saying,
one can say something
about right or wrong. When him say, "Oh, you'll be born," and him so you'll be born. Say, made sika be share with you. If you will be a business. Now catch him say business no. Oh, sika investment, some level of investment. Now say this sika be share. Now say business is start to say flourish. Now catch him say, maybe sa for returns of it. Me sika now catch him say because he signed contract. On first scan mami and say onyin papa.
Oh, but then wait. So if there is no contractor, minimum there a percentage when it comes to streams sika or by a percentage that's supposed to go to the artist, a percentage that's supposed to go to the label.
Yes.
The master na urban shows are artists boba. There's a percentage that goes to each. Into contracting you know.
There's a template. I will use.
I will use.
There's a template.
There's a general template for everybody.
Let's not forget the Kaywa has managed. Now Mr. Drew or her, Creamy or her, Kel songs. So there's a template and a Juman only new to it. There's a template of
But then the fact that there's a template is in as much as there may be a template.
Yes.
But I'm me artist, you know. I'm so muhu there be a made day.
Yeah, so
there's some percentages. There's a higher percentage I may want to take.
Yeah, so we will review. But then that higher percentage that you want to take, you must state why. Because Kaizu say sika edishim anyway and you sika. And it's always like that. Even with this big with artists or more international labels, labels na JKS because label no na age money or no this kind of shame. Or the scanning of video shoot to promotion, everything. Until not Jesus here. And then remember, say, when there's some level of percentage, I even say 30% is bigger than 100% of another way be.
Yeah.
Do be all. There's 30% BS or
say 30% of 1,000 CDs is higher than 30% of 20 CDs.
Yes.
100% of 20
cities. Yes. You know, say nipa ne catch you say 30% and you need to review it. Check the way no sika na edition mu no. Sika na edition sika e call out. Sika obeje. Ni nyina sika ba ko jo shows mu. Any percentage abeju. And then you guys should meet. But then when you want it to look like we are still charging same X amounts of money for shows. But then you want to take a greater percentage of that money. When I've not made breaking even of my investment, there's no investor who agree to it.
Channel. There's no investor who would agree to it.
Yes. Mean breaking even.
Into Tobala. Yashi Jumasi. I'm sure that my viewers also would want to understand this well. Yashi Jumasi, me artist, a record label. Yashi Jumasi. Yes, no. Na me shada me hate them, but then I have potential.
Yes.
Say be able show you charge 10,000.
Yeah.
Right. Now in less than a year, my hit. Now you show you 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, and I want to renegotiate the percentage that I take.
Yeah.
Now essay, so I want to work we can't do the renegotiation.
When you say renegotiate, that's one day I know that because Sikana cost your percentage will definitely will increase.
No, the percentage would the percentage of the amount percentage will go high.
Yes, definitely.
But be an can make 30%. As you say, I would want to take 40%.
40% of how would you say?
40% of the new amount na you charge you say.
And I'll sample YouTube channel. Wow, YouTube channel. Now I watch this channel.
In your
me try video.
So no percentage bobo.
That be say una open YouTube channel, that's a YouTube channel beba. I must be able to handle it. Unless there's another external investor like a Sony.
Okay.
And then you will need that win because sa monetization in your sikane beba number no matter to be my down. And no cap they give an upfront money.
Sana they even start receiving from the platform.
Until between my $200,000. Jiva chow maybe I do near you find $500,000.
One more percentage of it.
Yeah, amount percentage of the upfront money. Until be about $200,000. I'm just giving an amount to. You might be at $200,000. And no be with our account. Then that $300,000 need to be a human amount.
Okay.
Into streams in a banner. You better to be.
Okay.
Near time to Sasi Kane amount.
Them 200,000 no what?
500 in I bet it.
Better.
You better to kaka.
Now
still up will be yet because it's at your back end you see it to say red, orange, yellow, green. I don't know if you get what I make. Once there's some wave be I want me to amp no red red hit the top na about green.
No about green.
Yes, so what usika net you see it.
Okay.
Usika net here.
So I want to say name who there I had a to.
Yes.
Okay.
Until back end you see say you are making returns on way no investment in the show no.
Okay.
O tete wakaba.
Okay.
O tete. Until say 5 years na as omo de ashemwa. Edura say 5 years you do na what kana. You onya more way profit. And then you renegotiate, and when they renegotiate they bring bigger money next time.
So what if 5 years no so now I want to renegotiate? Now at that 5 years time no na me fame no wardrobe.
At that 5 years now fame won't drop you.
Let me fame won't drop it. The same industry you can't predict.
Yes.
Somebody will be so high today and tomorrow the person is nowhere to be found.
Relax. My examples of that. Shatawale fame busu. Ebi and Shatawale ni hit.
But the fame is still
there. Until your audience or listenership and I drop it. That is why Spotify more monthly listenership With Spotify, every artist be it was the actual artist or 900,000 listeners, monthly listeners. Until all drop ya we say listenership no drop eh. And no say no na you bet me aye we na ma. But our listenership no was sure. Our listeners about 1 million listeners now. You have the bargaining power to mention.
So if my listenership is not high, I don't have the bargaining power.
You don't really have a bargaining power.
So when I tell me or them will lose, or them what them be I swallow.
And you say no be you should understand the game, the business. Because they say, you know, say
me pesca too much to understand this. Me pesca too much to understand this. Because more could do a meeting. Most of my industry, you know, and there's somebody's listenership is so low. Na say ebia, we've come to an agreement based on the number of listenership I have today. Na so china listenership no wa triple to level bia, and then I'm still bound by the first contract. You are not
bound to the first contract, but you use this artist as an example.
But you keep saying we can't renegotiate.
We renegotiate. That's a renegotiate. You know, we can decrease your percentage or increase your percentage. We can decrease or increase.
Dabi. Merbo, I've always known, right? Yeah. At least I've worked with the record label before. Yeah. Maybe what artist no way ya. I've seen how some labels have invested so much in artists, and the moment I will blow then they start acting different altogether. They start making some demands to be, oh yeah, you'd hear this label cheated me and all that. To the American, they don't factor the fact that if you are label now, you don't even have a place to stay, or the label no was sort of accommodation issue. Winter, where did what transportation, recording, everything, shooting of videos and everything. And a lot of the young acts refuse to understand that my wakawa or there Jimiska back. And my argument is yes, you want to recoup. How much do you take at a time? What the percentage you are taking at a point that at the point that I'm not too up there, and at the point that I'm very much up there.
And then remember, say, you didn't get up there by yourself. You didn't get up there by yourself.
Inti say, if me knew ye juma. Mpere musame na menta se miyasa. If me knew ye juma. Let's say when we started, I'm trying to put it in the simplest way possible. Yeah. When we started, I wasn't up there. Yeah. We're doing 70-40. Yeah. Of course, the figure 70-30. Of course, figure near low at that point because I'm not up there. Yeah. And then I get up there. You invested in me for me to get up there. Yeah. And we are still doing 70-30. Yeah. Which CCR figure no or high. But maybe I want to take 40 now to make my figure even higher than it's supposed to be, than it should be now. And then you record label, you are telling me that you have not recouped what you invested. Into say, if you give me that 40% of the new amount, Norabana, you will be at the loss. If for the next 5 years you haven't recouped, it means I can't get a higher percentage.
No, yes, sir. Yes, sir. When you sign a contract, say maybe I sign a 5 years contract. That's say OG 30% of every way. When the charges no or maybe a performance fee no a cost maybe I get 10,000 at the early stages. You get 30%, 3,000. A cost maybe about 100,000. You are taking 30,000.
30% will be 30,000.
You are taking 30,000.
But this time around, I want to take 40%. So I want to take 40,000 and not 30,000.
Relax. You are taking 30%. It is within that year, within that contract. No? But the contract no end. Na say yes, son. Na so say if you we are 40,000 out of it. It is understandable. Okay. But then, because you 40,000, then you wow besa own new YouTube channel. Oh no, I'm not saying say you are owning your own YouTube channel. You are owning the royalties and everything. How dream?
Actually, the label will be at a loss.
Yes, the label will be at a loss because you are owning with percentage if you own but no na offer. And when now I quite to say label ni manage you bill.
We've seen the issue of Dinah Samoa.
Yeah.
On the label.
Yeah.
And when the label brought a press release that were terminating a contract, and what kind of YouTube channel on the crowd were G. If in say, Dinah Samoa also replied Nazi. In this case, you know, say if menye our label ni Juma we are still working, and the percentage issue and everything is sorted out. You have rights to the YouTube channel and all that. So menye Juma ya or I've left everything for you. So
relax. You know, even if you lose some social media handle simple. Yeah, Instagram.
We saw the issue about is it Ishan or say Ishan? No, the wajini now with the finish.
Lose some social media handles. So that is when in some cases they buy you out. You have to. There's a buyout clause. You know, 70x amount, 100,000 out I show you. Now I'm projecting said that 100,000 will give me 500,000 by 5 years. That's 5 years so yeah. That's also you
have to give me the 500,000 before you leave.
Exactly. It's a contract paper that one. You have to give me that 500,000. And yes, you lose this. You lose your YouTube channel. You lose this. You lose your social media. You lose everything. Because literally, BBR nom creative now. What I shared BBR creative.
They own you.
That's their job. But
then if you're a record label and you understand that is the job, and yes, there may be some verbal agreement, but you don't have an agreement written, an official agreement stating categorically an agreement which even states the buyout amount. Let's say the artist knows that yes, with this, because there isn't anything like that, I can easily walk out, and the artist walk out. It's your fault.
It's not my fault. Now, what kind of artist name will say there's a loophole, you know? I should take advantage of it.
I've taken advantage and I've walked out.
To cheat.
You gave me the opportunity to cheat.
I didn't give you the opportunity to cheat. If I'm sick, only when I say no, okunu say area. Now say want to me do the do until you go back where you be.
No, there's a genuine there's a genuine thing.
No back where you do that.
You may be able to on your crown or dead fa. Maybe you do on your crown or dead fa. Debbie.
Listen, we've worked. You were given to me by somebody, by an entity.
To manage.
You were given to me by an entity to manage. And then after that, it wasn't really successful. And you want to be there. And okay, you want to be there. Let me put you on probation. Let me put you on probation for a year. And after that year, we'll put on a contract. That's a probation also. That's just a sign. Then you are making demands that are impossible to be accepted. It is a way barbaric. It's one thing. From you, the artist side, because you won't treat Nipano fairly. You won't treat management fairly. Kind of you. Kind of you.
This is official something.
Kind of.
This is official.
But there's probation.
We've had we've had some international actor. Now they were being managed by Beyonce Nyana Papa. Sana Papa no or managing. Why you any issues? Then the one can do papa into manka
See, mono.
Business is business.
Let me come in. With this Beyonce Nyama, more often they tend to employ people ono and they employ obi. Ono na employ obi se be managing.
I had no obi na wa fa hen there.
I had say no. The artist no any artist be na that power. With the Stone Boys in Shatawale mono.
No, but what I'm saying is business is business. There is nothing like
upcoming artist. We are talking about upcoming artists.
Upcoming artists.
Only power. Only scout with you, ame.
Minister mudubotuo.
Oh, see what's that thing you man?
Say. Minister mudubotuo. But I won't eja wo ho. I won't enyim there. There has to be a buyout amount to be. It has to be stated in a contract somewhere.
That was when they were meeting.
And now we eja wo ho.
Tio.
The man dey eja wo ho. I can walk out. The man walk out.
Tie. You are not getting it right too. there's a first year. There's a first year of you working, you from MTN. That one is done.
It's done.
And then we continue, and you are on probation. And with every way, when you say after that probation ends, that is when the real contract starts.
The probation period, there is no buyout anything.
There's no buyout.
So no.
There's no buyout anything.
Yes. Kewa, don't forget.
Oh, so after a movie on, it's all artists bear 5.
Now we move on. I still like a can.
I think that's the first time or answer
to it.
Let's
move on. That no. Oh, this is the first time we answer to Onona LASMID, but at least we've seen social media posts. Mr. Drew here post Tibia Onu Kaywa Ori Onu Sube Botre. Gratitude is not what you post on social media. Mamon Sharaman can the exact thing that Kaywa also wrote after Mr. Drew here post or appreciated. Kaywa said gratitude goes beyond Instagram post. Your deeds should show also.
Yeah.
Into them no open then come Mr. Drew kono ho ebi ananka entourage. Na wa akwa wa akada na asima da wa sipi ma ya mam them no open.
And it's still gratitude, but then we don't know what happened with the two of them. We don't know with Kaywa and Mr. Drew. We don't know what happened. But what I know is that Mr. Drew ofile bonus no. Of like everyone associated to a highly spiritual no on the Jubano. Or Katiom nyina of. So I find an entirely new team.
We feel. On pedo ni obia wo team no be yedwuma. We move on. Nti se me move on ewie na ma be post na ma ada wase. Next gratitude goes beyond that. Abade na epidemic monto party mowa.
This is my nothing to me obi
born now something that industry mu obi fi station ha munum no ko station we post letter on social media we institution musua ade kase wo abada madawasi p for the opportunity in your gratitude ni na I want to understand if there is something extra that maybe Kaywa wanted.
There are some instances nipa no free media house or no enye nipa na fault enye ne person be free and there are some instances you know say with music no sometimes you become emotionally attached to artists. Managers become emotionally attached to the artists, and then when there's
no manager no fault na me mas more they emotionally attached to me
listen, I mean, with Mr. Drew case, it's quite different from LASMID.
From LASMID,
it's quite different. Well, with Mr. Drew case, I say, we've made it, and now you feel like you have to move higher.
Okay.
You have to move higher, which is, let's say, international or something. Until you going international, you want to cut away your entire team and then move on international. But then it is not. I would say Mr. Drew is my friend. I would say one try.
And think I'm cut the entire team.
Entire them off and then yet. Yes, you renegotiate the contract. They can be your management team, but then you get another aspect of where you handle your record side, who promotes your recordings and everything. So you renegotiate. You can be your own boss now. Because the level no. These people are the ones more contacts, everything. Media. No phone afro be say interview and way be ba. Onyumbu projects be ba more on promotion be amount. When you are bringing it, and then they make a mistake with that too. When they cut them off and they bring in a new team, they literally bring people like omuni mejumano so. And you are there, you are like this so. And one could be all like this. And
but you don't know the people here. And then you know, sense or your when uncle. And you know, you want to be jumana.
Mechanic general. I'm not saying.
You are not saying that Mr. Drew. No.
Because I'm general.
Eric.
Because I'm general.
Incident na enyim onwana Mr. Drew ni won be yedwuma but Eric can general.
Artists be wo ha. Artists be wo ha. Oblodu level be say. below Drew level be say. On any management below Drew level be say. I feel let's say he's above the management, Or let's say we outgrow the management or so.
But doesn't it happen?
Yes, maybe we outgrow the management. And you say also acquire. So while outgrow management, you have to pick a management that is higher than you.
The management you were with previously.
Yes, but then they pick literally below the management,
Okay.
People who are not well connected.
Okay.
People are more for they want to start a new team with themselves, and then that is where problems start for them, and they start declining because you yourself, Nimpono, you are not well connected because it was your management that was doing everything for you. Then, Nipa now did not ban us no. He's not equally good as your old management. He's not well connected like your old management. You see, you start getting troubles, and that is when the vindictiveness in some Ghanaians also starts. Starts coming up. I don't know we can't one out here so only when you need man you puno. You're friend I'll be the money release say be
Intino.
We release the first one as I'm fat there. No way you have him. No way you have him.
So are you saying that Mr. Drew, say the truth?
Who? Mr. Drew.
Say the truth.
Oh no.
Eric, this is between you and I. People are not watching.
I don't know his team.
In fact, when I do if he handle.
I don't know his team.
I don't know his
team. I know only one person on his team.
And the one person on his team now. Esha and brother no good to know
or a dancer. I don't mean him so a dancer and a fashion designer. But I know say he's part of his team now.
So no obe design Mr. Drew Nentala now.
Anytime any be or she share any caps in your no. So I think they honor be handle the fashion side.
Fashion side.
Yeah.
But in Kafundo ni.
Yeah, I don't know them in the industry. Yeah.
But our one kasa. You're a music researcher. You know a lot from the record label's point of view, from the artist's point of view. I want your personal opinion on contracts that are signed between artists and the record labels. Would you always say that it is a fair contract that they sign?
Okay. If I should value the both brands when the artist is literally newer, it is fair contract for the artist. Upcoming artists, when you jump on a label like Highly Spiritual, the mention of Highly Spiritual opens doors for you.
Okay.
It opens doors for you. You are assigned to KAYWA and everything. Oh, okay. You receive a special treatment from there. But then, I think from every stage, at every point in your career, when signing a contract, you should involve a lawyer. When signing a contract, you should involve a lawyer. You shouldn't be in haste. And this is all pro because you want to blow.
Because you want to.
Now, oko sign BBA keke, and then after all sign BBA keke, no. Midway, you feel like you are being cheated. Midway, when you've made it, you feel like you are being cheated. I feel sika neba, na girls neba. Now she with demands no akosro. Na fisika no, oshe sika na unyana. Onson. So all the paper to order that was signed that because you were desperate to blow. So that time no be anymore. So that time we should counter 150 there. We went for beer, but they say you have to order $1,005. So at every point, no matter the level you are in, at least you get the way. Unim lawyer be a probia unim be not or recommend you be non kind true. Lawyers only pro bono juma. Lawyers be brave pro bono juma. Only juma free. With cases like this, we already through that contract. No, our advice will say sign or don't sign. Be brave for free. Be brave. So it should be like that. Every because the label will play safe. They will do the best for their interest.
They will do the best for their interest. Then before we going back to KAYWA, looking at artists that yabubu zini na ahunyi na sisi awonyi the label do bio. Oya na wase nipa kol eyi ba no ko ba no ko ebia na wo na wusuba na yiye ebia na ke wo na nusuba na yiye ntina nkofo ntumi na ntana
Don Jazzy as an artist well they 2014 2015 odoro buchi omunyina mko
onchede ke wa na nusuba na yiye
normal
normal
normal artists are links for signing some years ago omunyina mko normal there will be a time we kidding him Kwame they will also leave.
But then this would most likely be my final question before we go in time Noriya Wasunwi. Say if you are a label I'm working with nipa wo ho mo no me a lot of people require growth.
Yeah.
I'm not saying me nipa me require growth.
Yeah.
And when it comes to me requiring growth, it cuts across my normal friendship umpuno. I require some level of growth. Yeah. If I'm not getting it, I'll walk out.
Yeah.
If me do baby I need a certain kind of growth. Na say I won't to me nimu do ho. Na say me pede mover. In this industry, can't we ever do it amicably?
Yeah, I think
intimate.
Yeah, I think this should also be an advice to the managers. At every point in time, no, you should also scale up your talent or skills.
Your skills.
Up your game, up your skills, so that when your artist is growing, you also grow with the artist.
Sure.
And you should get a backup plan. Say, okay, you should know, say, at a point, the artist might leave you. It is because not forever.
They will grow.
They will grow. And if you're also on scale or to say to the level of with new ideas, manager bidding.
Okay.
You have with yourself with new introducing new ideas and because when
so that both of you keep growing together.
More these issues happen when the artists feel like we're stagnant at one place and sees other artists rising, moving on.
It's frustrating.
Yes. Because if I look at talents like Mr. Drew, international collaboration there.
And when he looks at other artists,
more international collaboration.
It's to be frustrating.
Yes.
To be frustrating.
As a unique contact impo.
It's not even matno local na me okay.
Your local champion bisa.
That be what the Mr. Drew Adrian. Because growth is necessary.
Yeah.
Growth is necessary. Unfortunately, I hadn't that yes, you know, community is busy. You're busy. You're time. Wasu. Eric, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. After this conversation, a lot of people will start assessing the baby is their growth, especially urban wejuma yem relationship. Makasa earlier, makada manyanko fomumpunu. If there is no growth, much more. The manyanko yana anapa. You are talking about this guy, and you are talking about that guy. It may film until 2 weeks. The manyanko ni meje. Yanka business. Ewa. Yanka business. Me pede samu tukwan menam New York. Am pede mi share woho. Ewa. Me drive a Benz. Nam pede musubi sure they'll drive a Bentley. Na ya ama ye honhon. Na you need growth. You get it. It's very necessary. Nyami adoma ochina yewasansu yeshia wo frame aba guy aha or ye original TV each chat show. Achina you be yewasansu yeshia. Have a good night.